just as a leader, what God says cannot return void, so it will still turn out as God had said, even with Jacob putting himself at the front line of meeting his brother in the 400 men. There was no need to be intimidated by 400 men. And that sounds crazy if you're thinking of the physical world and how things work here. But God is the creator of all things. He's the Father. His power and his everything is unlimited. He made all this. He designed all of this. He knows how it works. Who can stand against him? Nobody, especially some creation. Against a creator? As soon as you start wrapping your head around who God really is and how powerful he is, it just makes everything seem so tiny, and you got to walk with boldness. And I can only say, like, through experiences, it took a lot for me to get to even where I am, and there's still more work to be done. But you got to start putting it into practice, even in small increments. It helps to read his word. It helps to speak to God all day, every day, even in your mind. Even if you're at work or whatever you're doing at your cubicle or, at the register, whatever it is, talk to God. If you want to really pray, get on your knees, go to the bathroom at your job, get on your knees, lock the door, get on your knees and pray to God. Be sincere. Read his word, learn about who he is, learn about his promises, and start declaring those things over your life. There's even things in there about enemies and getting rid of them. God will do it because his words, and you got to speak as if it is God coming out of your mouth, because the word is God. It wasn't just with God. It is him. So through the Ruach, through the Holy Spirit, you declaring this, it's God speech coming out of your mouth when you speak his words, and they cannot return void. It's more powerful than anything that can be done here. And there's like witches and all this, and I know that sounds crazy to some of you guys, but there are people out there trying to cast spells, whether they realize it or not. Some are conscious, some are not. But it's all a bunch of imitation. The enemy's always trying to imitate God. And this is one of those things where the enemy is imitating God's power, with your words, or, with animal blood, or, all these weird rituals that are not of God. It's all a fake version of the real version that cannot be beaten ever. And I need you to understand that it will never be beaten, the real version. God trumps everything. He already trumped it. He has already won this war thousands of years ago, guys. So we're just living now. We're living in a world that has already been won, even though it doesn't seem like it, even though there's still these things going on in the world. It's just